All right, we're going to do a quick tutorial on your activity log. You've all been assigned this on your Google Classroom. If you click on the assignment that's called activity log, you'll notice that there's a document attached. When you click on that document, it takes you to this screen here. This is essentially where you have all the instructions for your activity log. Some helpful hints if you read along. Then you'll notice at the bottom there's a bunch of tabs. Each tab is responsible for 1 month of activity. If you click on March, it'll take you to a screen that looks like this. You'll notice at the top of the page, it gives you the dates of the week, and then it kind of gives you space to track or enter in activity like a calendar. We're going to practice a little bit. So if you scroll down and you find kind of the correct date, you can start entering activity. So let's pretend you went on a walk. Under the activity column, you would type in that actual activity. Then you would move over to the second column, which is the primary fitness components. So you're going to think of cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, and flexibility. And you're going to pick which one of those components is most prevalent in the activity that you did. So in our case, for a walk, it would be cardio. And then after you're done the activity, you're going to think about how hard it was. You can think back to the chart that we use in the gym for our 12-minute runs. Anything that is light will be kind of in that blue zone. Anything that's moderate will kind of be in that yellow zone. And anything that's vigorous will be in that red zone. For walking, most of it is going to be light activity. So if you went for, say, a 20-minute walk, you would enter the number 20 in the light column. This log only keeps track in minutes. Now let's do another example. Say the next day we did an hour-long run. In the first column, you would write in run. In the second column, still, the main component would be cardio. And then your run is likely going to have different intensity levels. Maybe for your warm-up, you kind of jogged a little bit or did a fast walk. That might have taken you about 10 minutes. If that was the case, you would enter 10 minutes of that hour-long activity in the first column. Then say most of your run was in the moderate zone. Probably about 40 minutes there. You would enter 40 in the second column. And then say at the end of your run, you're like, I would decide to do some HIIT training and do some really fast activity. You might have another 10 minutes of vigorous. You'll notice that we can enter that all in the same line. It is one activity that equals 1 hour, but I've entered it in kind of a broken up format. So I'll give you another example. If you wanted to do something for an hour, but it was all the same intensity, you could enter it all in one column. Note, though, that I did it in minutes. So this entire run equals 1 hour. However, the log doesn't keep track of hours. It only can calculate minutes. So I have to ensure that I enter 60 and not the number 1. Now, some helpful things that it does for you. At the bottom here, it gives you a little bit of a heads up of how you're doing for the week. So this column here gives you your absolute total amount of activity. So it adds up all the minutes from above and gives you a total. And then the number beside it kind of gives you the total of moderate to vigorous activity. So it does all the math and figures out how much is at that higher intensity that's really good for our health. Each week, we're asking you to aim for about 4.5 total hours and 3 hours of moderate to vigorous. So if this number was 4.5 and this number was 3 or higher, you would be right on track. The next thing we want you maybe to consider using is the weekly workout comments. This is a great spot to kind of talk to us and tell us how things are going. You can talk about your eating habits, your exercise, how much sleep you're getting. If you need any help with exercise, it might even be a great spot to track kind of what you're doing. Maybe you're doing a muscular endurance workout. You would enter workout in this column, muscular strength, and maybe you did it for about 25 minutes. In this column here, you might decide to talk about what exercise you did. So you might write push-ups and that you did 20 reps and 2 sets. The more information we have here, the more we can talk about how you can kind of improve moving forward in any of those weekly habits, whether it's exercise, diet, stress, or sleep. The last thing I want to show you is the course summary. It is a tab along the bottom. It has totals for each month. Right now we're in March, which is the second month. So you can see the things that we entered were in the third week. it tells me my totals, and then throughout the semester, as you keep moving down, it will continuously add each week together, which will allow you to kind of see again how much activity you've done throughout the semester. All right, and remember, this is just a quick tutorial on how to use the activity log. Hopefully it's been helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your teacher. And remember, these are the totals we are asking you to aim for: 4.5 hours a week of total activity and 3 hours a week of moderate to vigorous activity. Thanks and enjoy your time.